welcome back to Connor here. Hope you're all doing fantastically well. And it is one Leeds, and it is Leeds United 5 of the very best. Leeds United 5, Leeds United 5, Newcastle 2. Unbelievable. I'm absolutely over the moon. I've been sitting on this all day. Listen, I'm not leaving you. I'm not leaving. I just was working. So I couldn't get any of the stuff out today or yesterday. I was gutted. Listen, I was gutted I couldn't. But I'm here now. Good things come to those who wait. And here I am. I'm back. I hope you're all doing fantastically well. Leeds United, I don't know if I mentioned it yet, 5, Newcastle 2, the newly promoted team. What a result. I mean, it is the first time a newly promoted team has beaten a Premier League team by that scoreline since Leicester City against QPR, I believe, in 2011. So, yeah, I mean, an unbelievable feat for Leeds United. I'm so buzzing with the result. It's really, really like something it's something what we needed, isn't it? I'm mumbling because I'm excited. I'm waffling because I'm excited. But it's exactly what Leeds United needed. We were going through a bit of a rut. Home form wasn't good. Away form was meh. And we needed something. We needed a big result. And we always said, didn't we? There's going to be one team. There's going to be one team who's going to be hit with the wrath of Leeds United. It happened last year with Charlton. We were waiting all year. We were just waiting for that one team, and we got it. We got it. And listen, we deserved it from moment one. Moment one, we were all over them. They came to sit back. They had double, triple the value of our squad in general spent on them over the past 2 or 3 years. And we came as a newly promoted side and played them off the park. They sat deep, defended. Bruce didn't really come out to play. I thought they'd be a little bit more adventurous than that, a little bit more offensively astute. I don't know why, but I did. I thought they had players there who they could really hurt us in the spaces, but Leeds just kept going, kept grinding, kept doing what we normally do, and it worked so well. It worked so well, and you should have seen me in the first half. I was splitting hairs when that set piece went in. You'll have all seen from previous watch-alongs. I can't even tell you some of the expletives that were coming out of my mouth, but we turned it around. We kept going, and there were some absolutely brilliant performances in there. So get your comments in. I want to see them. Shout out to the Everton Whites Cooking Tea. Shout out to you. Hi, Connor. I can finally watch you live. Hello, mate. I hope you're doing well. Blaine, cracking name. Yes, now Connor love the vids, mate. Congratulations to Bielsa for having the balls to stand by his conviction with the starting lineup. Still defensive issues to address, but Harrison, Rodrigo, etc. will go into Sunday's game buzzing. And that's a really good point because now it's all about confidence. It's all about steadying us up for that game on Sunday. If they can get something from that game, how buzzing will we all be? Oh my God, that game, man, 16 years in the waiting for that game, for a league game against them. And if the confidence is high, this is what we wanted. And to score 5 goals past a good Newcastle side, it is a good Newcastle side. You know, they're already on 17 points prior last night's game. So, you know, they're a well-established, well-oiled Premier League outfit. So it's a good win, a really good win. Steve saying top 8 easy. Mate, we were saying that at the start. Let's anything above 8, the bottom 3 is fine for me. How good is Harrison when he delivers the ball early? His delivery, when he delivers it, mate. You know, Jack Harrison, I was giving him life yesterday. If you don't follow my Twitter, then you're missing out. But Jack Harrison, there was times in that first half where him and Alioski, they just weren't able to get that crossing right, that, as I've said, that conviction right, that penetration from the left right. Even though there was so much coming down that left, we clearly targeted that left because of Jacob Murphy, who is not naturally a right back. So Bielsa had done his homework as we expect him to do, and they were absolutely bombing on down the left Leeds. But we couldn't get it going properly down that left hand side. There was a really nice ball in from Alioski to Rodrigo, where Rodrigo has to hit the target. There's also a really nice ball in from Alioski to Rafinha, where he heads it over. But guys, that was 2 of the chances, wasn't it? We had Darlow making a wonderful save from Cooper. There was a brilliant chance again in the second half for Rodrigo. Another brilliant chance for Rafinha, where it was deflected. It was a barrage, an absolute barrage of Leeds attacks. It was so good to see because we always create chances. We always play brilliant football. And to actually score 5 goals, it was perfect. So yeah, absolutely buzzing with that. I've been waiting all day for this, Connor. Yeah, well, I've been waiting all day to deliver it. I genuinely have. So prediction versus Manchester. Let's have a look. Some funny comments coming in here. What a job we did in Newcastle. Confidence of Rodrigo and Harrison through the roof now after that one. So let's get on to it anyway. Let's get on to it. Who stood out in that game? For me, Rafinha, just a joke. Just a general joke. Like his level of playing is, I mean, we know we could have been playing in the Champions League this year with Rennes. It's just so good. His movement, his balance, his coordination, his pace, left foot, right foot, picking out a pass, his aggression is just getting off the shot. He loves shooting and he gets frustrated with himself when he doesn't get a decent shot off. And I love that. I love that you saw him kicking the ground last night because he was that frustrated that, the fact that he couldn't get a shot away, couldn't score a goal. He deserved a goal last night, didn't he? There was some absolutely outstanding performances. I thought Rodrigo, arguably his best game in a Leeds shirt. I thought he was phenomenal. He was everywhere. Longstaff was in his back pocket deep. We had Robin Koch. He had Calvert-Lewin in his right pocket. I think he's only just let him out now, Calvert-Lewin. I think, has he scored since he's faced Robin Koch? I don't think he has. And I tell you what, that deep pocket now, because he's quite a tall lad, isn't he, Longstaff? Sean Longstaff. He's in a big deep pocket of Rodrigo's there. Poor lad. I mean, he was absolutely murdered. He was turned left. He was turned right. I don't know if his ankles are still there. They're probably made of like chocolate after that game. It was an unbelievable performance from Rodrigo. He was in the midst of everything. What a goal that was as well. And we'll get on to that. But just the individual performances. A lot of you are going to hate this. The tackle could have gone either way. Okay, I don't think it was a penalty. Some of you guys might think it was a penalty with Liam Cooper. I think Cooper played well. Connor, you're mental. Cooper's rubbish. But I thought Cooper played well. That's Calvert-Lewin, Sebastian Haller, and Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson in particular, a brilliant player at this level, who I think Cooper's kept relatively quiet. And they all lean on him as a centre-back. They don't lean on Ayling. They don't lean on Koch. I don't know whether or not they think he's the weakness, but they lean on Liam Cooper. And I just wish we were as good when the ball's coming towards us and knocking the ball out as we were at set pieces. Individual battles with headers on the field, when we're not having set pieces are brilliant. We always win our individual battles, especially in the air, which is crazy. But when it comes to set pieces, which we're going to get on, Leeds just seem to, everything goes out the window. But weirdly, I think we faced 5 set pieces yesterday. We defended 4 of them relatively well, and the other one was just a calamity. But Calvin, I thought he had an okay game. I thought he was decent, and I agree with Louis. I think Cooper's been decent the last few. I think he's naturally everyone's scapegoat. I think we've always known that. I've criticised Cooper before. But I thought he was good last night. You've got to give credit where credit's due, surely. It's not fair, is it? If you don't, and I've said that before, after losses, I mean, I don't, I just see a different side to Liam Cooper, maybe that other people don't see, which I can understand. Football's a game of opinions. It's subjective, isn't it? But yeah, definitely a penalty, though. I can understand that a lot of people talking about the penalty, but yeah, I mean, I just thought Wilson fell on him. I know this sounds ridiculous. Cooper made a ridiculous challenge, but the challenge was like behind him. It was adjacent. It was there. He sort of fell over. Maybe I don't know if he realised what he'd done, but then he didn't swipe. The leg didn't swipe under Callum Wilson. His leg just sort of stayed there, and Wilson just fell back. There was numerous occasions where Alioski nipped in front of, I believe it was Fernandez. There was another occasion where Rodrigo nipped in front of Fernandez, and they could have gone down for a penalty because there was definite contact there. They didn't. They stayed on the feet and played on. But that could have gone either way. That could have gone either way, in my personal opinion. Let's have a look. Connor and lots of fans going completely over the top. We beat a defensive Geordies who scored 2 and should have had a penalty. Our defence is shocking. They had a potato up front. Okay, I mean, that's a massively negative way to look at it, mate. They're a well-established Premier League team, a well-oiled Premier League team. You know, there's a fair few of these who've played under Rafa Benitez as well. Not only that, but they've got a good Premier League finish last year. They've been in the Premier League now for a number of years. They've had a hell of a lot more financial power pumped into them than Leeds United have. We're a promoted team. You had 9 Championship players from last season on the pitch last night. I mean, come on, mate. You've got to give us some credit. We just knocked 5 past them. You know, as I've just said, the last promoted team to do that was Leicester in 2011 to QPR. That's pretty impressive. For me, that's pretty impressive for me. Let's see what this Louis just says. And Bamford is always in a good position to score. I thought he was phenomenal. Again, as I always say, disclaimer, I don't feel like I should have to do this anymore because I've said it so many times, but I was not on the Bamford brigade last year. He's come to the Premier League. He's proved me wrong. He's proved everyone wrong, and I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for him. Keep doing what you're doing, Patrick, because 9 goals from open play now, the most in the Premier League by far. One, if not the best player in this Leeds squad at the minute. His runs, his physicality, his pace. You're all about to see an opposition preview tomorrow with a very, very big opposition channel, and you'll see exactly what they say about Patrick Bamford. It's not only Leeds fans who are talking about Bamford, it's every other fan who is talking about Patrick Bamford. And I've done a lot of opposition previews, and more week by week, opposition fans are saying they're worried about Patrick Bamford, and you can see why. His hold-up play is brilliant. His little runs, his finishing. He got nearly everything on target last night, and I'm just so happy for him at this moment in time because he's proving everybody wrong. And as I said, last season, I was one of those doubters, and unbelievable. Well done, Patrick. Getting better and better and better. Harrison's goal last night, watched it 1,000 times, buzzing from what a goal. Guys, right. I've said this. Does that remind you of another wizard that we had at the club who we don't like? But did that goal remind you of Harry Kewell? I don't like speaking on the guy, but it was a very Harry Kewell-esque goal. You know, veering over to the side and whipping that ball across his body into the top corner. We'd see Harry Kewell do that against Roma, Sheffield Wednesday back in the day. It just reminded me of Harry Kewell, because that's the quality Kewell had on the pitch, wasn't it? I mean, on the pitch, you know, off the pitch, we can talk about this, that, and the other, but on the pitch, that left foot was unbelievable, and he was brilliant for Leeds. But I just thought that goal reminded me of it. It reminded me of a Harry Kewell finish, and what a goal. What a goal. And as I said, we'll get on to that. But yeah, I mean, their goal, I was pretty much on the verge of punching a wall when that goal went in. Leeds dominating the entire game, as we've seen before. And this is where the anxiety starts kicking in with Connor. The anxiety started kicking in. And I just thought to myself, here we go. Their goal went in, and I just shrugged my shoulders. Me and my brother, we turned around and went, it's so Leeds for that to happen, to dominate a game like we did, and for them to nip in and score. You couldn't believe it. Jeff Hendrick as well. Who's Jeff Hendrick? You know what I mean? And I couldn't believe it. And yeah, made it 1-0. And then the response was brilliant from Leeds again. Just attack. Rafinha with the delicious ball in. Rodrigo with a brilliant header. Rodrigo was part of everything last night. Flicked it on. Darlow saves it onto the bar. And who's there? You know, Bamford again, as he always is. Nice little header. Anticipated it. Had to be in the position. Movement was brilliant. And Bamford finishes it off. 1-1. I've actually watched the game back twice. Yeah, I couldn't really sleep last night, so I watched the game back twice. The pleasure of Amazon Prime, and it gets better and better with every viewing, just how dominant we were. But Newcastle was still in the game. Leeds got the second goal, which was, I mean, yeah, it was just exquisite, wasn't it? It was absolutely exquisite. Harrison, who up to that point I didn't think was having a wonderful game. Rodrigo gets the ball in the centre, plays it out wide. Harrison with a hamstring busting. How does he do that with his leg? What's going on there, Jack? How are you doing that with your leg and controlling it like that, mate? That's just, controls it. He's literally motoring down that left-hand side, controls it, full stretch. Unbelievable. What a contraction that was. Brings the ball down, and then he cuts across it. Absolutely cuts across it. And can I just say that the ball in was world class. And then who's running in at full pelt wanting that ball more than anyone who's around. I don't know who was marking, maybe it was Longstaff, maybe it was whoever in their central midfield, but he wanted it more, did Rodrigo, and that's what we love to see from Rodrigo. He wanted it more. He was dying for that ball, and what a header. The pace of the ball, guided it onto his head, bang, wonderful goal. And you were thinking, mwah, mwah, it's just perfect. What a goal. But you're not thinking to yourself at that moment, it's over, are you? The narrative is it's not done and dusted with Leeds United 2-1 up. It's not. And we've seen that before. And then oh God. And then it was all the bad things rolled into one, wasn't it? Leeds from corners. We're in our own offensive position. And this is something we need to work on. We can praise Leeds, but, this needs to be sorted out. Some of the concentration, the focus, even Calvin playing the corner straight to Ryan Fraser. I mean, I've never seen anything quite like that. It was a beautiful ball to Ryan Fraser. They go on the counter-attack, obviously win the corner from that dangerous counter-attack. I believe the first one, Bamford heads out, really good header. And that's what I was saying from the set pieces. Some of them we actually defended quite well. Bamford nods it out and then it goes straight to they put the ball in again. Ayling didn't even jump. There was a lack of aggression there, and you can be as tall as you want. And I understand, we've come up against Kieran Clark, we're coming up against Zuma and all this sort of stuff. But when Ayling's not even getting off the ground, he's not even wrestling to get off the ground and even pull Clark down. When he's not even doing that and he looks worried, and then you see Dallas's reaction, like throwing his hands up in the air, you think to yourself, this is a bit of a squad thing from corners. I'm hoping it's not going to develop into a squad thing where every time there's a corner that's going to be taken. Because it was a brilliant win last night, brilliant win, but we can't sweep under the carpet what's going on with corners. And it'd have been great last night if we'd have got through. We'd have beaten them 5-1. Hindsight's a wonderful thing. And we hadn't conceded from a set piece, but they got the set piece. It was a bit chaotic. Meslier, could he have got down there? It might have been a bit harsh. Alioski's swiping at it, trying to get it away, and Ayling's got to do better against Clark for me there. And this is the whole thing with, a lot of people comparing Cooper and Ayling, so I don't know why this is happening at this moment in time. I saw it a lot on my stream last week when I had to sort of bring it up. But, a lot of people are saying, Ayling was near on man of the match last night, but he lost his man for the goal. And Cooper, if we are comparing, he wasn't in question for any of the goals. So this is one of the things where you do think there is a little bit of a thing against Liam Cooper, and with some fans, which I can understand, because some fans don't think he's up to the Premier League. I get that, but you can't draw comparisons with Ayling all the time. The different players, one will have a good game, one will have a bad game. They might have good games together, but I think it's a bit daft to draw comparisons with them, to be honest. But anyway. So, yeah, that was absolutely chaotic, and Leeds need to sort that out. Lack of concentration, Phillips giving it away, them going to the other end, and, it was just daft. They win the corner. The score from a corner, same rhetoric, isn't it? Same narrative. But then what happened, we kept going, we kept grinding, we were the better team. Once again, Leeds came, and there was a bit of a difference to West Ham. There's a bit of difference to Chelsea. Leeds just looked aggressive. This is ours. We're winning this game. And what I do find mad is when everyone sort of turns around after and says, it's Newcastle, though. So when we go out and put a stellar performance in, when we go out and put a 5-star performance in, apart from a few discrepancies, when we go and do that, the other team's just rubbish. You know what I mean? I remember that after Sheffield United, at the start of the season when they weren't on this completely downward trajectory. The same thing against Villa. Oh, well, Villa, yeah, they're not, they won't play against Leeds. Well, Sheffield United, yeah, well, the bottom of the table now, aren't they? And, it seems every time Leeds get a win, there's always an excuse. It's Newcastle, innit? There's no chance anyone was predicting a 5-2 before this game. And I think Leeds were absolutely brilliant. And you've got to take the performance as well as the result. Leeds were just expert. And, the endeavour to score goals last night was for everyone to see. And they went forward again. Click had that ball on the sort of the edge of the box, puts a lovely finesse ball in that Click was trying to do all night. To be honest, I thought he was better last night, much better than he has been in previous games. What I will say is he's 1 card away from a suspension. That's a little bit of a topic for debate, isn't it? Do you put Shackleton in as a replacement for him if he does get suspended, or do you put El Mago in? What do you do? Because Click's sort of a hybrid, isn't he, of Shaq and Pablo, but can those two players individually do what Click does? I don't think they can. Pablo, he hasn't got Click's energy. Shackleton Shackleton hasn't got Click's guile and creativity and innovativeness. So it's going to be really interesting to see what Marcelo Bielsa does there. But a lovely ball in, and there he is, back post Dallas, lovely downward header, no one picking him up. I know it reminded me of a Leeds goal that an opposition team would score against us. Maybe if Alioski had switched off. There's a couple of times in that game where Alioski had switched off. Jacob Murphy in that second half when Alioski was bombing on, he got in and behind a couple of times. I think Cooper actually made a good tackle at one point to completely sort of, get rid of that counter-attack. But yeah, pundits were dreadful. Oh yeah, they were. The pundits were absolutely incredible, aren't you? Connor, you were wrong in your pre-match about leaving out Harrison and Alioski. Yes, I was. I was. I don't care. I'm happy I'm wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes people come on this channel and they'll throw it as an insult. Connor, you said this, you said that about getting it wrong. I'm not the manager. I would have taken Harrison out for Pablo. That's what I said. That may have worked. It may not have worked, and Harrison grew into the game. But hindsight's a wonderful thing. We all make changes, don't we? We all want to make changes. I doubt everybody on this chat would have kept with that same lineup or was maybe a little bit disheartened when the lineup was released. It's all a game of opinions. As I say, it's subjective, but it's all well and good after the fact to come on and say, ha, 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 isn't it? Because we've not seen your opinion before, mate. So, but listen, I'm happy I'm proved wrong. As I've said with Bamford, as I've said with Cooper, as I've said with the lineup, Bielsa's the manager. That's why he gets paid as much as he does, and he's a genius. You know what I mean? That's why I'm sat on my chair in my room. But yeah, really appreciate everyone saying smash a like. If you would, guys, that'd be great. There's 251 of you watching now. I've been at work all day, so it'd be great if you could just cheer me up with a little bit of a like. I've not had tea yet as well, so I'm starving. But we're going through Leeds. A lot of people asking, should Pablo be on the pitch for Sunday? Get your comments in. That's going to be really interesting to see. We'll read some of you out. And as well as Dandob said, I don't mind being wrong. Good job too. Yeah, exactly. I'd never mind being wrong. But anyway, fourth goal. So, I mean, the white arrows, as we call them, the RAF white arrows coming forward. And I mean, that was just insane, wasn't it? Insane. Newcastle obviously pushing forward. We were defending quite resolutely. I believe that was from another set piece. Leeds, once again, actually defended that one well. Bit of a scuffle at the end of the box. You're thinking heart in mouth. I think that's the one actually Tyler Roberts nodded out. Heart in mouths, all this sort of stuff. And I will say a little bit of a disclaimer at this point. El Mago had been brought on the 83rd minute. Calvin Phillips hoofs the ball away. Actually, it was more of a precision pass, really nice pass. Rafinha gets the ball, and when he starts running at you, you're in trouble. You're in big, big troubles when Rafinha starts running at you. Rafinha started running. Nice, lovely little cutback to Pablo Hernandez, the magician, who calms everything down. Headspace. Zen. Pablo's on the ball. Everyone calm down. Time slows down. Slow motion. Pablo's on the ball. Plays a lovely ball through. A lot of you will think it's an easy ball through, but when you're in that pressure cooker situation, when you've got to play the right ball, you've got to play the right ball. We needed that fourth for a little bit of security. Plays it. Nice ball. Alioski gets it and just sort of pings it into the corner. Lovely. 4-2. And you're thinking, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. And obviously then Newcastle come forward again. They get another corner. You're thinking, oh, God, will this end? It's torture. And then it happens, doesn't it? Once again, Pablo receives the ball on the edge of our box, plays a ball. And the fact he's getting an assist for that is mad, obviously, because he was in his own half. But Pablo has to get the ball off, opens his body, plays that ball, second touch to Jack Harrison. It still has to get to him. Still has to be a fizz ball, which it was. And then Jack goes on the run, doesn't he? Which, once again, Mug proved wrong. I wanted him off at half time. I wanted Harrison off at half time. I said it. I said I want Pablo on. And I was saying I wasn't seeing that much from Jack Harrison in the first half. And I wanted, thank God, and I actually put it out. I tweeted out and I just put Mug Life, #MugLife, because I got it so wrong. Harrison grew in the second half, got so much better, and that's why you got to trust in what Bielsa does ultimately. You know what I mean? Ultimately, it's 1-1 at half time. And he came forward, Jack, and not really opposed, not really a lot of pressure. The defence were backing off. And then that finish, man. I mean, that finish. That's why I kept saying, Harry Kewell, and a lot of people won't like that. I mean, Harry Kewell-esque finish. Harry Kewell against Roma, Harry Kewell, as I said, against Sheffield Wednesday, just that cutting it across your body and that world-class finish. And I just, sometimes with Harrison, I just wish you could do that all the time. And I know you can't pull moments like that out all the time, but I'd like to see him get on the score sheet more. He got an assist, he got a goal. Let's see that against Man United, mate. Let's see that against Man United. I want to see Jack getting better and better and better. And I think he's been a bit quiet since Liverpool. I said that in my preview. And I just want him to keep this consistency up now. Let's see this pattern of play over and over and over again. And there'll be no problem there at all. Defense. Still worried about the defense. Slabhead is good. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about. I don't even like saying the name. What should we call them? We'll just call them them. I mean, I think I've mentioned them already, but we'll say them. We've got their preview coming up. Opposition preview, my preview. We've got them all coming up. Don't worry. So yeah, absolutely incredible. And as Hannah says here, no anxiety like watching Leeds and set pieces makes me feel physically sick, because I struggle watching Leeds at the minute. I thought when we got up to the Premier League, I'd be all really happy and whatever happens, happens. But it's just not the case. Every time I watch Leeds, I'm stressed beyond belief. My blood pressure's through the roof. Blood pressure is through the roof. It's so, like, the set pieces, us going forward, was so exciting to watch. It's so invigorating. Everything's going on all the time. It's just watching Leeds, you need to be clapped, but it's beautiful football. It's entertaining. And I look at a team like Newcastle, a notoriously big team. But look at their process. Look at how they play football. No disrespect, but look at how Burnley play football. Look at how all these teams in the Premier League play football. Then look at what we do week in, week out. Yeah, all right, we might lose, but you do sort of lose sight with enjoying the process. And I do lose sight with it a lot because of the anxiety, because of the passion I have for this team, for my team, and the will I have for us to win. I want us to win all the time. And I'm not saying other people don't, but I just wish I could bask in the process a little bit more, because we're only going to have this guy for a short amount of time. Life is short, isn't it? Not to get deep, but Bielsa's blessed us with, football means so much to us. It means so much to each and every person on this stream. And, we've got Bielsa, one of the gods of the football managerial sphere. And we've got to enjoy it. We've got to bask in it. We're in the Premier League. This is what we've wanted for 16 years. And we're ebbing and flowing. We're getting up to playing them away. Not got a great home record. And could this be it? Could this be where we go there and get it? It's just such a shame the fans aren't there. I'm gutted. I was there last time when Beckford scored, and it was pandemonium. And I can't wait for us to go there again. And I think we'll cause them a few problems. I think they've got a lot of quality. And we'll delve into that. But at the same time, I think we can cause some problems. I really do. And guys, it's been a pleasure. I've been going on for 30 minutes. Very hoarse voice. If you wouldn't mind doing me a solid and slapping a like on the video, it just makes me aware that you enjoy the lives. As I keep saying, I don't know whether or not to keep carrying on with the edited videos or lives. If you do enjoy the lives, just please hit a like on this. And I know that you're enjoying it as well. Slap a comment in if you slap a comment in. I don't know why YouTubers say that. Slap a comment. If you put a comment in, not as aggressive, then I will read it and I'll try to respond to it. And we can get a little bit of a debate going in the comment section, because I really enjoy that. Nipper, not even a comment, mate. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I don't know who you are, but if you ever put any money in there, please put a comment in there, buddy. Put a comment in there so I can read out what you're saying. I want to give you something back as well. But thank you so much for joining once again. I really appreciate all your love, all your support. It means the absolute world to me, from my humble heart, genuine guy. And I know I've got so many genuine people who follow me. So thank you so much, guys. We're back with a lot more bumper stuff, and you're going to really enjoy something that's coming tomorrow. So stay tuned. Thank you so much.